Hi, I'm Mike from Scoutadelic, and let's talk about safety. Hi, I'm Mike from Scoutadelic. Now, safety and making sure that there are no accidents is a big thing in scouting because we're responsible for a lot of young people, and making sure that they're safe is what this month is all about. So activities and ideas and things like that. But this month I need someone who's amazing, who will maybe help me not hurt myself when I go out. But I need a co-host who, I don't know, knows a thing or two about safety and the dreaded risk assessments. So who is my co-host going to be this month? Let's find out.
Hi, I'm Gareth Davies, and this is my 60-second scouter. And I forgot to say about
your roles. Hi, I'm Gareth. I don't do anything in scouting, but this is my 60-second scouter.
Hi, I'm Gareth Davies, and like many of us, I have a number of roles in scouting, but the two most relevant to today are that I'm a trustee of Scouts Cymru and a trustee of Scouts Somerset. And this is my 60-second scouter.
3, 2, 1.
What got you into scouting?
At the age of 8, just before my 8th birthday, I was taken along to Cubs. And that was some 53 years ago. I've just never left.
Can you explain governance in 10 words or less?
It's about ensuring we get things right at the top.
What's your best campfire song that you know?
Oh gosh, I still like campfires burning.
So what simple things can we do to be safe?
Pause and think. I think we all do it naturally anyway. We all risk assess as we go, but we don't think we are. So just pause, think about it. What are the risks? Can we do anything about them? And you're there.
What's the best section?
Well, I started as a scout leader, and that my day-to-day work with young people was as a scout leader. So in my heart of hearts, the scout section.
So thanks again for answering all those questions. So how are you today?
I'm very good, Mike, actually. Yes, it's been a good day.
Good, that's good. Well, clearly you've ended the day with me chatting to me, so I don't know whether that's a positive or a negative at the end of your day, but either way, you've got me. So obviously this month is all about safety. So what are we going to do today? What are you got like sort of planned for us?
Well, first of all, I thought we'd have a little bit of a chat just about safety itself and what, in terms of scouting, that encompasses.
Yeah.
And likewise, what it doesn't encompass.
Yeah, sure.
And from that perspective, and then I thought we'd have a little bit of go at an activity, if you don't mind, if you're willing for that.
I'm all up for any activity or anything that I can do, so you know me.
It's one that works very well with both young people, Explorer Scout kind of age, older Scouts, and indeed with adults. I guess for me, the first thing is really there's some stuff which we have to do in Scouting. Which, you know, we have no option but to do, either because it's the law of the UK or because actually it's a sensible thing to do when we've got the care of young people. And for me, as a trustee, everything we do is about the health and safety of young people. We all know the yellow card.
Yep.
Okay, and its importance and the way it sets things out for us as a code of conduct. There's an orange card for Explorer Scout young leaders, and then we've got a raft of other cards which are for leaders. There's a grey card, there's you name a colour, purple card. They're all there, and they're all part of that safety and managing and structuring things to support that. Again, if we may, put some links down there. Encourage people to go look, but it's all about just getting that safety right.
Yeah.
To help us do that, there's a number of things we can do, and there's a long list of safety around illnesses of young people and adults, safeguarding, digital safety, activities, bullying, this list can go on.
Yeah.
And actually, yeah, but there's a nice little structured way that we can do that. All of us do that. And as I mentioned in the 60-second scouting, there is a piece there, which is we do it all the time as individuals. So, yeah, I do joke about that, I'll get out of bed in the morning but before I put my foot down, let's risk I don't know. Has the floor fallen away and there's a hole there? I don't want to drop down this big hole,
No, especially when you've got obviously grandchildren. Is there a Lego piece on the floor? That's the bigger thing.
Absolutely. We're risk assessing all the time. What we don't often do, of course, is write it down. And I guess it's important to say that has now become a requirement.
Yes.
And the other thing that is an absolute requirement, of course, is the safeguarding side of what we do. There's no ifs, no buts. That's all part of safety, but it's looking after young people. And if we're any doubt, it's talk with your district commissioner, your group scout leader, or indeed talk to Gilwell either via the website or on the phone.
Yeah.
But no doubt in that one, that is absolute. And there's a very well-known and well-trod path and procedure for that. How about having a little bit of an activity, Mike? Do you think you could have a go?
Yeah, I'm eager and awaiting now. I have myself a clipboard.
Oh, yay!
With some paper, because I was like, well, if I'm doing like health and safety, there's got to be a guy with a clipboard somewhere. That's it.
What we're looking at is any kind of event or activity or anything we're going to do, even in our meeting hall or whatever. We're going to have a look around, recognise the risk.
Okay.
Evaluate that risk, put them in some kind of order, highest to lowest, lowest to highest, whichever you individually are most comfortable with, and then find a way that we're going to measure that. That could be 1 to 5, 1 to 3, so long as you are consistent in your approach on everything that you then do following on, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
What we've not done historically, of course, is document that.
Right. Okay.
So I'd like us to think about, and this is an activity that you can do with older scouts, explorer scouts, but think about taking a small group of scouts canoeing.
Oh, okay. All right.
And there's a whole raft of risks involved in that.
Raft of risks. Oh, that's a water pun right there.
It's about my one and only water joke.
You just dipped your toe in the water. That's what you did.
So there's a table which I'd like you to draw.
All right, okay. I knew this clipboard and this paper would come in handy at some point. So I'm drawing. Am I drawing a big grid?
It's a large box that you can fill a page with if you like, and inside that box you're going to have 4 columns.
4 columns. Okay, I can do that. 4 columns. Boom.
Now then, somewhere along the top bit, just put a little way down, draw one line across. Excellent.
Ta-da. Yep.
And the first one was step 1.
Okay.
Identify hazard.
What identify?
Then we've got the second box along.
Yep.
Who is at risk? Now, quite often you hear the word mitigation or mitigate involved with risk assessments and stuff. What it really means is the measures you can take to lessen the risk. So, particularly if you're dealing with young people, it's often better to say something like measures to take or reduce risk or that kind of thing, as opposed to mitigate the risk.
I put reduce risk.
That works very well. And then finally, review.
Voila! There we go.
We said we'd think about that canoeing activity.
Yeah.
So if you were to identify some risks in there, water becomes a hazard.
That's true. So that would go. So water is a hazard. So that would go in identifying. Water is our hazard. Yeah. Yeah.
This is just an example. So water. Yeah.
Blue.
Yay.
So who's at risk? That would. So obviously, we're doing the activity. So it's going to be not only young people, but also if the adults are getting involved,
Absolutely.
adults.
Yeah.
So we need to obviously put the young people and adult volunteers.
You're
Thank
getting
you.
this very well, aren't you? So,
It's not my first risk assessment.
how about what is it you could take to reduce the risk? What could we do to help reduce that risk?
I would think so. You know, if you've got someone who maybe isn't great at swimming, you know, like buoyancy, like aids, or especially in canoeing, they have like the life jacket type things. I'm trying to think of anything else.
Again, I'd still go back to say, you know, you're right. I think with the swimming, how many can swim and what's the distance they can swim?
Okay.
That could be relevant to how far out in the water they go.
Okay. So I put. So I've got here then. Water is our risk.
Yeah.
Who is at risk is young people and any adult volunteers that are obviously there. Reduce the risk. Life jacket. Obviously swimming experience. So if someone's got, like you said, more swimming experience, they might be able to go further afield. Whereas anyone who's maybe not so great at swimming, if they stay obviously closer to I don't know wherever you're starting from, at least then a leader that's on dry land might be able to help out and so on and so forth.
Absolutely. Okay. And also for me, there's something in there about the use of instructors and other adults.
Okay.
Yeah. So you know, by using canoeing instructors, how many do we need?
Yeah.
And want, as opposed to so we can mitigate some of that risk, because more instructors that are there, involved in various ways, so much better. And again, mentally for me, I think there's something about briefing. Briefing both young people and briefing adults. Now, review you do at a later point when the activity is actually completed.
Right. So would you do that straight after, as in kind of just sit down and be like, right, okay, what happened? Did it go okay? Could we have done anything differently? Could we have added things? That kind of thing. Is that what?
This is one of those things where a review needs to be done fairly soon after the event. It may not be immediately.
Okay.
But fairly soon.
Right. Okay.
With some, we know what it's like in scouting. We're all busy and on to the next thing. So quite often, the only time you have is immediately after. And if that's the relevant time, do it then.
Right. Okay.
What you don't do is leave it 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 weeks.
Yeah.
If you're doing a meeting hall, you might find that you only need to do that annually.
Okay.
Yeah, they're not. It's look at what it is and a sensible appraisal, and so long as it's justifiable, why it's that time frame. So don't forget, in the review there will be a next review date. Another hazard.
Yeah. There we are. Injuries to body. Okay.
And then again, you now go through the same process as to who is at risk, and what are you going to take to, what measures are you going to take to reduce that risk, and then it continues onward until we're comfortable. But interesting that briefing again came up, so that in our briefing we're now beginning to get a list produced for our briefing. Hey.
So we know that we need to talk to them about this, talk to them about that, and I think that's a brilliant sort of thing to do.
The couple of times I've run this, or more than a couple actually, a number of times I've run this with young people. The young leader training weekend, say when we're doing one of their modules, what they see as risks, quite often as adults we hadn't.
Oh, right, okay.
So it's quite eye-opening that you suddenly see that from their perspective, where they see the risk as well as what we're seeing. So it's often very good in that safety environment, now that they're up to speed, to just let them go and see. The other thing, Mike, just to point out to you, is that's a very simple, nice and easy form to use. You grasped it very quickly.
I had a good teacher. It was weirdly enough way down south, but I still had a good teacher.
The form which we are advised to use looks remarkably similar to that from the Scout Association.
Oh, right, okay.
And it's downloadable. If you could put the link down there, absolutely smashing. And that actually, the words are slightly different. What hazard have you identified? Well, that's what the hazard is.
Yeah.
Who is at risk?
Ah,
Yeah.
there we go.
Whoa. How are the risks already controlled? What extra controls are needed? Yeah, that's exactly
Well,
what we've
there
got
we go.
there.
That's it. Okay.
Yeah. And then finally it says review and revise. What has changed?
If only we had like a fourth box at the end here that had, say, possibly review.
There's a couple other details, but basically, in the real sense about safety, that's it. So it's all about just maintaining that and keeping it going. The next time you come to do a canoeing event, you'll get out that old risk assessment. Oh yeah, that was relevant. That was relevant. But the Cubs said about this, or the parents found that the car parking was bad, or so that wasn't directly with the scout. It's around the event, which is all about reducing the risk.
Yeah, exactly. So that's brilliant.
And overriding, besides the care of young people, scouting has got to be adventurous in my heart. It has to be fun, and it has to be awesome for young people. And it's not about stopping activities. This is about ensuring that we can continue to do them in a safe and caring way. Yeah, the other way you can record some of this stuff, we did that nice little box and bits, but it can be, if you're an OSM user and you're running an event,
all right,
there's a tab against the event on OSM called risk assessments.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And that format and structure is there already for you to use.
There we are. So you can not only do it like a physical thing, you can print out like sort of the one from the Scout Association, but you can then also have that. And then, like you said, you can keep on using that after, for the next time that you do that event and review it and see, add bits and pieces where you need to. But yeah, that's a really cool function for OSM. I didn't even know that existed. So yeah, cool. Brilliant. That's a fantastic thing. That's really good. I really liked that. So last month you did a lot of really fun and different activities. So these are the photos that you posted on social media last month. Here we go.
We'd love to see what you and your young people get up to over the next month. So send them in to us. I'd love to see them on social media. So that's Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Woo!
It's the part of the show that I versus my co-host in Host v Co-host. I only need one to win. If I win an episode, then I've won this year, and I can quite happily sit pretty, and I don't have to worry about any of my co-hosts winning me because I've won overall. Okay. However, my last few co-hosts have beaten me, which is I'm not happy about, because I just wanted an easy life for the rest of this year, and it's not happening. So I'm hoping you're going to help me out here and just let me win. Just let me win. That's all I'm asking. But today we're going to play a game of Alpha Scout. Okay. So the idea is that we have some topics in here. There's about 9 of them. I don't want them falling out, but there are 9 in there. Okay. And the idea is we have 30 seconds to start with the letter A and work our way through the alphabet until we can't anymore. All right.
You do know, Mike, that word things are my worst. I'm not good at in any way. You are going to win this, mate, are you?
I cannot wait. Since my co-host won last time and I lost, I get to go first. Okay, so I am going to look away, so I'm not obviously cheating. And I'm going to go with this one here. And this one is... Ooh, sections, which is going to be hard because I don't think I know an A. Okay. All right. I have 30 seconds. I think I might win this one overall, though. If I can just get an A, I think you're going to be stumped totally. And I think I've got an A in my head anyway. Okay, my time starts now. A, active service units. B would be beavers, obviously. C would be cubs. I'm so glad that they came in that way. D. I would have thought, and I know it doesn't exist, but I would have thought like Australians should have had like sort of is it what are they? Not Joey Scouts, but I'm sure there's an animal in Australia, and I'm sure that was D. Dongo.
The dugong.
Yeah, well, my time was up anyway, so I got to the letter C. So then that means you've got 30 seconds. You cannot name the ones that I've just done. I don't think this will work unless you've figured out a way around this. But you've got to win. You've got to get to D. You've got to have a D one. Okay. All right. Your 30 seconds start. Good luck. Now.
Adult support.
Ooh, that's a good one. I did pick the hardest. I'm sorry. Well, the easier ones.
B, come on.
Could be around the world. I don't think there is one. But you could have.
Anyway, let's go to C.
I know you have to do B. You got skibble out. That's your time. So I feel I'm winning by one so far. Okay.
Hang on a minute. I'm gonna B. What else is B?
I don't think there is one.
I don't think there is there?
Though, if anyone knows of one, please comment below so that poor Gareth knows for the future. Right, okay. So there are now 8 of these. I've put them in some sort of order. So do you want me to just point and then just tell me when to stop?
Go there. That's
that
it.
one. That one. Yeah. Is that one there?
That'll
okay.
do.
Are you ready? So you're starting first on this one, so you have a bit of a chance. Ooh, knots. So get as far as you can in the alphabet because I'm going to hopefully try to beat you. Your 30 seconds start now.
A bowline. Bowline.
You can't have a bowline and then bowline. It's got to be...
Well, oh, in that case, I don't know it. I don't know an A, Michael. Come on.
I'm not going to help you out here.
Whoa.
You do realise everyone in Somerset are not going to be impressed that you don't know an A knot. Shocking.
Anchor knot.
Anchor knot. I'll let you have the anchor knot because you got that on the thingy. Okay, anchor knot. All right. I don't know if that exists or what that does, but I'll let you have it. I'm guessing it's to do with boats. Maybe.
It's the knot that goes on the anchor, isn't it?
Is it? Okay. Well, it's that one. Are you ready for this? Let's just say, when I was a scout, I hated knots with a passion. The only one I remember was the highwayman's hitch knot. And when I was a cub leader, I learnt the knot the day before I actually taught my cubs, and some of them have stuck. So, are you ready? My 30 seconds start now. An alpine butterfly, a bowline. Then you've got the clove hitch. D. Diagonal lashing. D. E. E. I'd struggle with an E. I don't think I know of an E. I don't think I've got anything. I don't think I've got an E in me. I don't think, but I've totally beaten you with quite a few seconds to spare. There we are. So there we are. So that means.
Sorry, guys.
What's happened? I am now unbeatable. I knew it. I knew it was because I asked you and I begged you, and that was it. That was the main reason, wasn't it? You know, I pleaded with you.
Have that one, Mike.
That's it, exactly. So I've won. It means that can my co-host stop me from getting any more points, or am I gonna win more? As the year goes on, find out next month.
And that's the end of the show.
Don't forget to give us a like, share it around, and comment below. Is there another B section that you are aware of? Just so that Gareth knows for next time. And by participating, you can get one of our amazing badges. So if you do a video for us or anything like that, you can actually claim one of these. And a big thanks to our patrons who support our channel. They're Heather, Irvin, Joseph, Lara, Mark, Marcus, Mark, Martin, Percy, Rob, Roger, and Steve. Links are below.
And above all, be a little Scoutadelic.
Hey, bye.
Bye.